Disclaimer, this video is not meant to be any kind of serious, in-depth analysis of the Metal Gear plotline. It is merely unscripted ramblings of a drunk idiot, so don't be surprised when I miss plot details or mispronounce things. Enjoy. Woo! We're back to my favorite game franchise of all time. Took my ass long enough. Oh well, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker takes place 4 years after Portable Ops. Snake, aka Big Boss, has established a private military company, MSF, or Militaires Sans Frontières. My French is just amazing, can you tell? AKA Soldiers Without Borders. They're basically mercenaries. Snake's second-in-command, Kaz, brings some people who would like to hire them. Professor Galvez from Costa Rica's University of Peace, and one of his students, Paz Ortega. So here's the deal. The CIA are doing some shit in Costa Rica, and Galvez wants Snake and his men to put a stop to it. Because Costa Rica doesn't have an army of its own, so, somebody's need to do it. Snake at first is hesitant, but Galvez knows that he's actually Big Boss. And after Snake and Kaz talk a little bit, they come to the conclusion that the professor is most likely KGB. So they would make an enemy of their homelands, and oh boy, that would be some shit. They bring up that Galvez is KGB, he's pretty open about it. The KGB wants to take control of Central America so that they would win the Cold War. Makes sense to me. Then Galvez whips out a VHS player? No, not a VHS, what are those old ass fucking recorder things? A cassette tape. Yeah, that's it. I was born in 94, but give me a break. I'm not an old fuck yet. At first it just plays some bird sounds, it's just like, what the hell is this? Then they hear two women talking. One, a British woman, no idea who it is, but the other one is the boss. Snake's old commander, and Snake's like, what, the boss is alive in Costa Rica? And he's just freaking the fuck out. So, cause the boss seems to be alive in Costa Rica, Snake takes up the job, even though Kaz is like, it's a trap! But Snake, he's a stubborn motherfucker, so what can he do? So he starts snooping around, and he hears that they're bringing something called spears into Costa Rica. And what are spears other than nukes? They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica, and Kaz lets out the most cliched line, holy mother of God, like, dude, come on man, I like you, but that was cliched as fuck. After hearing the shit about the spears, Snake hears some singing, goes outside and sees a flying robot thingy just singing this creepy ass sound, and I know Snake is just thinking, get me the fuck out of here! Snake needs more intel on the land and location, so Snake tracks down the Sandinista National Liberation Front, a bunch of guerrillas who fled Nicaragua and are now in Costa Rica. Snake is asking for their leader, but he's been killed, so his daughter Amanda starts talking with him. And Amanda, whew, that accent of hers, it just makes me want to beat off my small little dick. I mean, tiny, big, I probably have the biggest dick in the universe, actually. Anywho, then the creepy flying robot attacks them, captures Amanda's little brother Chico, and Amanda and her men start chasing the thing, and Snake's just left like, oh, okay, I'll just go my way. After a little while, he comes across Amanda again. She's about to be kidnapped by one of the small thingies from the big thingy. Wow, true tongue of a poet, don't you think? Okay, anyway, Snake rescues her, she gets her leg broken, but it's a small price to be alive. Amanda begs Snake if he finds Chico that put him out of his misery, but Snake, he doesn't want to kill kids. Not yet, anyway. I mean, that's not what actually happens in the Phantom Pain anyway, so... Amanda joins Snake's unit and gives Snake some directions on how to find Chico in a prison. And Snake finds Chico, but he's not doing too good. He broke under interrogation and talked. He's just saying, I wish I was dead, and Snake's like, okay, you asked it. Any last words? He pulls the trigger, but only shoots the photo and is like, Chico, you died here. Now, fight with me, little soldier. Show me how strong you really are. I mean, recruiting child soldiers is kind of iffy, but okay, whatever, man. And he's like, you got it, boss. And like, Snake is fine. See, people still call him boss or big boss, and he's just like, yeah, Snake is fine. Still not a fan of his title. If my name, / title, or whatever, was Big Boss, I'd like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm Big Boss. That's because I'm an insecure little fuck, so, While talking with Chico, he also mentioned that one day he saw the King of Snakes, El Basilisco. Well, what he saw was actually 2 giant feet, but Snake, he ain't believing that. Well, he's not believing that King of Snakes part, but he is suspecting what he actually saw would be Metal Gear. Chico instructs Snake on where to go. He gets to a base and finds two men arguing. One is a scientist in a wheelchair called Huey Emmerich. The other is Central America's CIA Station Chief Hot Coldman. Hot fucking Coldman. Just play it. I fucking hope this is the last time I'm playing Katy Perry on my goddamn channel. Anywho, Huey has been working on a nuke launcher called the Peace Walker, but he only worked on it because he thought it would be used for only deterrence. But Coldman wants to launch a nuke because it's a Metal Gear game. Somebody wants to launch a nuke. Always. Every day. Okay, not every day, but you get the meaning. Fuck you. Anywho, Coldman lets out this thing called the Pupa, which is pretty much a modified Shago Hut. Snake, of course, defeats it because he is fucking awesome. Huey approaches him and explains that Coldman wants to create a system where nobody would dare launch a nuke against America. So he'd get people to make a machine that would always strike back so that nobody would dare launch a nuke against them. But the genius that he is, he's going to launch a nuke anyway, and he says that that one is going to be the last nuke that will be ever launched.
You're a stupid dumbass.
With Huey out of the job, Snake asks him to join them, saying that their place is kind of a outer heaven. He'd fit right in. Huey then says that he would be able to make a Metal Gear for them as a deterrence for MSF. It's like, I can get a Metal Gear of my own. Fuck yeah, man. Huey also tells where Peace Walker's AI pod is being finished. While going there, Snake comes across this woman who's French, but thankfully Snake also speaks French. This is Cecile, the one who recorded the tape that Galvez played to Snake and Kaz in the first place. She was taken captive after recording that tape, and while escaping she got close to this big tube, and when she approached it, it simply said Jack. Over and over, just said Jack, and Snake's like freaking the fuck out again. So Snake calls Kaz to have her pick up, because like, we don't have any room for civilians, Snake, not even for a blonde French lady. And then Kaz like, what? So she's pretty foxy, right? Damn it, Kaz, we're trying to stop a nuclear launch here. There's no time to be a horn dog. But to answer your question, is she nice looking? Yeah, I totally fucked the shit out of her tits, but that's just me. But I'm sure she also has a very interesting and nice personality. Nope, gonna say it with a straight face. Snake gets to the lab, but Huey's ID card isn't working because the chief of the project, called Dr. Strangelove, took away Huey's right to enter because Strangelove did not like Huey at all. Snake gets the right ID card, enters the place, and finds out the boss's horse. Yeah, her own horse is still alive there, so fuck me running, right? And Snake comes across Dr. Strangelove. Apparently she and the boss were pretty tight before she, well, died. So now, what she did was recreate the boss into an AI called the Mammal Pod. So that is what Snake heard talking on the tape. Strangelove takes Snake to quote-unquote meet her. It's pretty emotional for Snake since he's kind of, sort of meeting the boss again, and he'd have to destroy the AI, but that means reliving the trauma of his life, so he's not able to do it. Then he fights the flying robot called the Chrysalis. It goes down, and fuck me, what happens next? God damn it, YouTube, help me out here.
Whoa! Well, you don't have to be so mean. Suck my dick!
Snake takes the boss's horse and takes it where Peace Walker is being finished. And Snake comes across another boss battle called the Cocoon, Big Tank, diddle-doo, destroyed, yada yada yada. Anyway, Snake finds the AI pod, and it's honestly kind of touching where Snake goes like, "Boss, is that you? Do you have regrets about your final mission?" The AI doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, the boss is dead, but oh shit, it was a trap. Coldman spouts out a bunch of bullshit. Strangelove wants Snake for interrogation so she can finish the AI pod since she doesn't have the full story of what happened to the boss. Snake tries to fight off the guards, but yeah, it doesn't work out. Strangelove is interrogating Snake, but Snake is just saying that the boss betrayed the US, same shit that he was told officially, even though he kind of, sort of knows what really happened, though it's kind of implied that he's not sure if that other explanation that Eva told him at the end was part of the cover-up too, so Snake's just saying that the boss was the traitor all along, so that Strangelove can't finish the AI pod. Snake, being the crafty son of a bitch that he is, manages to escape and calls up Kaz and is like, "My lungs taste like charcoal." No smoking for you, eh? No way. The cute little banter between these two is just, oh, I love it. Snake confronts Strangelove and Coldman, but they have taken Paz prisoner. And to top off the fuck you, Coldman says that they're going to launch into the Caribbean Sea right where MSF's home base is. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Snake fights the Peace Walker a little bit, but Coldman directs its attention to him so that it would follow them. Now it's a heated chase with Snake and the boss's horse to catch Peace Walker, but it doesn't end well for the horsey. Oh god, I hate it when animals get the shit end of the stick like this. Damn it. Later on, Snake is able to find the base that the Peace Walker is going to be launching, but it is controlled by Soviet soldiers, so that's a little suspicious. He's able to kind of locate Paz, talks with her a little bit, and heads off to find Coldman, who is prepared to launch. But then Professor Galvez arrives at the scene, telling that it took a little while to take over the base, but we got it now, so yeah, Coldman, you're fucked. And Galvez tells us that his real name is actually Vladimir Zadornov, because he's Russian. What else first name would he have other than Vladimir? So Zadornov puts a gun into Paz's hand, saying that, oh, shoot Coldman, he was a dick to you, so yeah, he's getting what's coming to him. Paz won't do it, so Zadornov just takes a gun and shoots Coldman himself. Looks like Coldman just got iced. I couldn't resist. I regret nothing. Zadornov actually wants to launch the missile at Cuba, since they're an American base endorsed by a pro-American regime, so what's the international committee think? Cheeky, right? And just when Zadornov is about to shoot Snake, all of MSF arrives there with Kaz, Amanda, Chico just fucking them up, saving Snake's ass. It is a glorious moment when Amanda and Snake hug and everybody's shouting in the background going, "Vic, boss, Vic, boss, Vic, boss." Yeah, I shouted that every time I play the game too, or watch the cutscenes. Yeah, I'm a dork, I know, I don't care. So all is well, Coldman's dying, and Zadornov is gonna find himself a comfy cell. Snake still has to take care of the AI, but Coldman activates the goddamn peace blocker. Even though, like, there's Zadornov, Paz, and Kaz around him, and none of them are like, oh hey, maybe we should stop him, but like, no, he does it. Peace Walker's not gonna launch a missile at Cuba, so yeah, boss fight time. Also, Coldman finally dies, saying that, don't worry, nobody's actually gonna launch a nuke back, but bitch, you wrong. While launching the nuke, Peace Walker is also feeding data to NORAD, saying that the Soviets have launched a bunch of missiles at America, and yeah, they're thinking about retaliating, so Coldman, yeah, you're a dumbass. End of story. Goodbye. Snake himself tries calling NORAD, saying that the missiles are fake. It's not real. They're not believing him. But then he tells about the ceremony he received the title from President Johnson. During the ceremony, the DCI tried to shake my hand. I refused. Why did he refuse to shake his hand? Because I knew where my loyalties lied. And the chairman believes him and like, what, you're actually gonna believe him? It can't be real. Yes, it is real. I was the army chief back then. I was standing next to the DCI when it happened. I saw everything. Thank God he wasn't the DCI itself, because that would have been awkward. Seems to be all well, but the assholes at NORAD are going to launch anyway, so it's up to Snake to stop launch, but the AI just won't stop sending the data. But then the boss kind of sort of drowns herself in the lake to stop the data transfer because it's weird. It's fucking weird. Huey says that it's not using its head, it's using its heart, which is like, come on man, I was buying this, but that line just broke the camel's back, man. Really? Whatever. Anyway, day is fucking saved. Snake's talking with Kaz like, I'm not going back. I'm done looking for the truth. He's saying that the boss betrayed him. When she gave up her life, she rejected everything she was as a soldier, including him. Snake's like, I won't make the same choice as her. My future is going to be different. Then, yeah, from now on, call me Big Boss. Okay, I just got really turned on by hearing that, so okay. I'm gonna take a second. After that, Kaz is talking about like, we recovered the nuke from Peace Walker, since it would contaminate the lake or terrorists might find it, so hey, what else would we do with it? So yeah, we just became a nuclear power. Oh boy, this can't be good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the joke with Paz and Kaz's name is that like Paz means peace and Kazuhira means peace, so their names both mean peace, and their names are Kaz and Paz, so okay. Wasn't that the best laugh of all time? I know, thank you. Shut the fuck up. Zadornov keeps escaping his cell. Snake confronts him in MSF. He tries to shoot Snake, but he's a really fucking shitty shot. He's just standing there and saying like, bitch, please. And shoots the fuck out of Zadornov, who in his last moment says that this mission is complete and Rocket Peace Punch. Oh god, that's so stupid, I love it. Then someone activates Metal Gear Seek, and lo and behold, it's Paz. Well, okay, Paz's actual name is Pacifica Ocean, which, let's be real here, that's the fucking stupidest name anybody could ever have. I mean, yeah, we got a guy named Big Boss here, and I can take that seriously, but Pacifica Ocean, fucking no. Anyway, Paz, or Pacific Ocean, is actually a triple agent working for Cypher. When she's saying Cypher, she at times is referring to an organization that's actually the Patriots, but here they're referred to as Cypher, and at times she's referring to the leader of Cypher, who is also called Cypher, who's, you know, actually Zero, so that's just needlessly complicated. I think that one line perfectly sums up this entire series. God damn. Paz like, Cypher is going to control guns, but until that, you are going to be his army. Snake like, bitch, I ain't going back to him. He might clone babies of me. Dad should say how messed up the guy is. So final battle against Paz piloting a Seek. Snake of course wins, and Paz is launched into the sea, not the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, because even Kojima could not handle that amount of irony. So Snake is just smoking a cigar, lights it up with Zadornov's hand. It's just, that is so stupid, but I fucking love it. Kaz tells Snake that he actually knew who Zadornov and Paz were all along, but he was using them so that MSF could become as big as it did. But Snake is like, we will be hunted by the times. Assemble the men. And at the end, Big Boss gives such a fucking cool speech like, we have no nation, no philosophy, no ideology. We go where we're needed, fighting not for country, not for government, but for ourselves. If the times demand it, we'll be revolutionaries, criminals, terrorists, and yes, we may all be headed straight to hell. But what better place for us than this? It is our only home, our heaven, and our hell. This is outer heaven. Oh my god, that was amazing. Like, the story possibilities by making a direct sequel of this would be amazing. Think of the places that it could go. Oh wait! So that about sums up Peace Walker. It's fucking stupid at times, but I love it nonetheless. But next time we'll get to some painful places. I'm Mile, and earlier today I watched 50 Shades Goddamn Darker. Because apparently I fucking hate myself. Goodbye.